unusual forms of familiar plants add excitement throughout Penny's 2-acre garden. Penny, you have beautiful little scenes all around your garden. It's as if they're just little pictures that you've created, and this looks like a willow to me.
It is. It's a willow that's a real mouthful. It's Salix integra Hakuro nishiki. I like the fact that it has the variegation that picks up the colors. I've done a lot of pinks and purples in here, and I feel like by next year this should all blend together and just add a real nice corner here.
So they'll all weave together,
yes,
and your picture will be complete.
I hope so.
And this won't get as large as, say, a weeping willow.
No. You keep this pruned because the new growth is what has the beautiful coloring. And so by pruning on it, and I want it to stay in a nice mound, it will stay the nice color and keep it in the size I want it to be.
The impressive structures throughout the garden are all examples of Millie's handiwork.
This structure behind us started out to be supposed to be an arbor, but it got so big that it's too big for an arbor and not fancy enough for pergola, so I call it an argola. But it seems to fit into the garden quite well, and the roses like it. I'm not a gardener. I do other things. I build the birdhouses, build the fences, build the buildings. I'm not really a good carpenter. I'm a rough carpenter. I can build just about anything if I make up my mind, but anyone can do anything anyone else can do. It's just a matter of doing it. And get a good book. You have to learn from the books. That's how Penny learned to garden. That's how I learned to carpenter. For probably most of my adult life, I've always wanted to build a chapel as a memorial to my grandparents. And when Penny started the garden, we talked about it, and she said, go ahead and do it. So I started the chapel, and she designed the garden to lead to the chapel. Each little bed would bring you further along the path to the chapel. I figured I owed my grandparents something. And it's not anything they're going to enjoy, but it's just something I almost had to do. It's like a dream that I just had to do.
This is such a serene spot. To have water in the garden is always serene.
Yeah, this is supposed to be our secret garden, and supposed to be very calming, soothing with the water.
Well, it is, and you've got these wonderful grasses around the edges of the ponds, and I know this is a carrot.